about that? Trying to take my dad's fingers out, not what I meant to do. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Wild Huckleberry. Today's video is going to be a couple of different things that was going on over the weekend. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone out there. I hope every one of you who watches these videos has had a great start to your new year. I hope you had a good time. I slept through the new year. I don't care much for being up and such, but actually I was watching my grandkids while my daughter and my son-in-law went out and had a good time, and then I slept until they got there, and then I came home, slept some more. So but yeah, this video just going to be a little bit a couple things just to show you just the last day of deer hunt. I was hoping to get to go morning and evening, but the second part of the video, the project that came up there, stopped me from having a chance to go that afternoon. We worked on Lee's truck, you'll see that. But in the first part of the video, I'll show you just how wonderful it was trying to deer hunt Saturday morning. It was foggy here in Arkansas, and I was, I'm telling you, I couldn't see. I had some deer come up. You'll see them. I could see them, and I felt sure it was a doe, but I was so unsure because it's even foggier than it looks for me just looking at them, and it actually does on the camera. It's amazing to me how the camera kind of cuts some of the fogginess and such. But anyway, so let's just look a little bit of that fog. It was so thick and all, and then like I said, see the second half of what I did with the rest of my day, Saturday and today, this being New Year's Day. So again, Happy New Year. And so just thank you guys for watching. We love y'all, appreciate you, and hope you enjoy what you watch, and keep right on watching. This morning is the last morning to hunt with a gun. I can only shoot a doe, and these are my conditions. It is super, super foggy this morning. Ooh, I can't even, there you go. How's that? So, not a great morning to be trying to hunt, but that's alright. Maybe it'll clear off enough and win a walkout. We'll just have to wait and see. So Lee's truck, the starter went out on it, and so we decided we would try to do this ourselves because we were told it'd probably be $1,000 or so to do it. Now we understand why. We're sitting here, and here's the fun part about it. Let me flip this around and show you. So there's the starter sitting right there. As you can tell, there's lots missing from this engine, including, excuse me, the intake manifold, which had to come off, and the thousands of other things that are attached to it. I mean, we've got parts hanging all over the place over here, but we finally gotten to that point, and now we turned around with a new problem in that the bolts come in from the back. I don't know if you can see, it's hard for me to tell, but the bolt's right there, and it comes in from the back of the starter, and so we have no leverage whatsoever to get it loosened. We've gotten one of them loosened using a stick stuck in. Well, here, come here and stick it through, Daddy, real quick, and we'll show them how. I've got a ratchet that I'm using to put on the bolt, and then we're sticking the stick in from the side like that and push it on the ratchet. Oh, you got to use whatever ingenuity you can to try to get it to work. We could have had a heck of a time getting the fuel line off because the only thing we could find wasn't made for a Nissan, and so it wasn't long enough and wouldn't fit. And we finally made a little spacer, a little something to extend it with out of this piece of PEX pipe here, and it actually worked. So here we are, and hopefully the next time that I'll show you something, we'll have this new starter on it. Well, after a ridiculous amount of fighting and going, look, the starter is out. It looks terrible underneath it. Apparently something's been living under here because there was a lot of, and you can still see them, the well, mostly eaten acorns, just the shells left over. And finally, there's the starter sitting on the floor. Yay! Amazing amount of work just to get one stupid starter out. And there's the new one ready to go in. But my gosh, it's ridiculous to hide a starter like that. It doesn't make any sense. This is going to go from a hopeful of a one-day project into a two-day project without any doubt. And now look at this amazing thing. The starter's back in there. Now only 12 more hours of work to go. I sure hope that putting this thing back together is not going to be as much of a booger as it was taking it apart. The good part about it is like the fuel line, we don't have to have a special tool. It should just snap together. And everything should just go on and go in there all right. So there we go. I'll show you everything when it's done too, but good grief, this has been a whole lot more of a project than I had wanted to be. Most starters, you come in from the bottom and you can just take them off and replace them. But Nissan decides they got to be cute and put it in a very hard place to get to. So day one is complete. We are not going to do any more to it today. As you can kind of tell, it's getting dark outside. I don't know if you can tell that or not. We
have a problem.
What?
You got to hook the battery back up.
Oh, okay. Pause on that. Now, we had to hook the battery back up so we could put it in neutral, but now we're going to roll it out of here and come back tomorrow.
Okay. Fingers were under there. You had your hands on them.
Sorry. Sorry about that. Trying to take my dad's fingers out, not what I meant to do. Alright, so we got her out of the shop here, and we'll come back tomorrow and finish it up. Oh, making progress. Got the cover back on up here. As you can see, you can't see the starter anymore. Getting the stuff put back together. We got all the bolts in the manifold, or the manifold cover, and got it all done. Now Daddy's tightening these bolts back up.
Trying to.
Still got quite a bit of stuff to snap back on. We got all kinds of wiring harnesses and plugs and things and hoses and such to put on, but we are making progress. So that's always a good thing, getting closer and closer to getting this thing back together. And all we can do at this point is hope really, really big time that when we go to crank it, that it cranks and it will start. I would really hate to get this thing all the way back together and then find out it didn't. But I'll let you know when it's all together and we're giving it a try. Alright, it is done. Everything is reconnected except the battery. We have it all done, connected, and I swear every clamp is on, every hose is on, every wiring harness is done. So now next step is put the battery cable back on it, cross our fingers, and see what happens. Alright, the moment of truth is upon us. Lee's gonna get in the truck and see if it will crank up. Battery's dead. Great. Okay, we'll have a take two on this in a few minutes.
That was for your benefit.
Okay, try number two. We've had the battery charging for a minute. Let's see what happens. Every finger I got is crossed and toes included. Lee? Try it. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. And I replaced his headlights while I was at it, so oh my gosh. What a relief. After all that we had to do, I ain't mad at all because that thing runs now. It started great. I'll tell you right now, if you ever have to change the starter on a Nissan, this is a 2007. You have to start one of those early ones. I've been told that they fixed that problem. I don't know. But if you ever have to do one, don't. It is not much fun. There's 2 days, a lot because we had to fight a lot of stuff and things. We didn't have all the right tools exactly, and there was a lot of things going on. But the beauty of it is it is sitting there running right now. And I'm going to unhook the battery charger now. Actually, hold off for a second. I'm going to unplug it first. I feel a little better about that. Sorry. I'm going to unplug the battery charger. Whew! I'm telling you guys, that was a fight. That was a fight. And here's one of our other fun little things. I've got to get some these new right here, because we had to kind of do that up. A couple, 3 times it just went ahead and fell on somebody's head. Smile, Lee. Your truck starts. All right, guys. 2-day adventure is done. The truck will start, and Lee can drive home now. Oh.